Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 17 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, I showed you how to create the sheets. We also did a rendering. Now we're going to continue working on this as we're going to start working on Twinmotion. So we need to prepare it. So here, you want to make sure you're in fine, so everything else will appear that is hidden on different detail. So now, go to Datasmith. You can get this plugin through twinmotion.com, and it's the easiest way to export the project file. So I'm gonna export this Datasmith file, and then I'm going to save it where I placed my Revit file. You can put any name here. I'm just gonna put house. And then press save. And then open up your Twinmotion. And then here, click on import. And after that, go to the location where you save your Datasmith file, and then here use this one, and then click open, and then import. So wait for it to load, and once you have loaded, select the starting ground and pull it down until everything is appearing. So once that's done, what we can do is save our file first. So save as, go to the location that you want to save it. So here I'm gonna save it into my Twinmotion file, and then I'm just gonna name it house for now. And then after that, make sure you're signed in. So for me, I'm already signed in, and it's important for you to sign in so that you'll be able to access HDRI, Megascan, and all of this good addition to Twinmotion. After that, we could go to materials now. We could add in the glass. I usually do the clear glass and then select that. And then here, I put in the basic. I believe it's the basic is the best. And I darken it a bit. We might keep on going back and forth. Probably colored is the best. We're checking all of this now. And then we could go back and forth, checking it with once we're doing the rendering portion. I click on ambient in order for me to go to camera, and this is a very important step, is to go to detail, and you want to make sure that parallelism is turned on. So you want to check that so that every time you're moving, it's parallel to the view that you want. So that's good right there. And then after that, you want to do is click ambient again, go to environment, and for here, I want to click on HDRI. So I'm just looking for the HDRI. So here, this is the HDRI. You just need to click this one because we were in the dynamic sky before. And then backdrop. And then here, you will need to change the settings here. So you could change the rotation. The height offset first is what I use. And then if you want to make the size bigger, increase the size of that. And then you'll be able to do the rotation. And then of course the intensity. And then I just want to change the intensity. And then you can even change this, the lighting, and then the shading effect. So once we have more stuff here, it's going to be it's easier for us to see all of those. And then after that, let's go to materials again, and let's click on 3D grass. And then this is a quick way of adding grass and making everything look nice. As you can see, we can make this one thicker if we want to, changing the appearances. We could do swamp grass, so it's too big. Different kinds of grass, anything that will cover the unevenness or the cuts that we have here. So this is good enough as well. Straight grass. This is lawn grass, which we have before. So I'm just looking for different grass effect that we can do. And then maybe we scale it. And then sometimes it's best if you want, for example, lawn grass here and then a different kind of grass. What you need to do is to set up a different grass material for each one, or you want to distinguish the grass here layer and then the grass layer here. So just a reminder. So for example, if I want a lawn grass instead here, and then a thicker grass similar to this, I will need to make this one a different material. Maybe we can do a grass number 2, so that's easy to do afterwards. And then here, select, we need to select this one. So pick material, we need to make this one dark, and then detailed metallicness should be 100%. And then we're gonna use this one, same thing as what we have here. And then we have that there as well. So for some reason this one is like that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set a material here so that it changed. So just an error that we have there. I'm going to do a wall covering, and I'm gonna use matte white. And then we're gonna use the same thing, matte painted white right here. And not sure if we could add this one right there. For some reason it's disappearing, but we could always select our model there. And then here I want a wood material for this one, and then I'm gonna increase the scale. So in the newest one, I think you need to go right here to increase the scale and do some changes in terms of how light it is and how dark it is as well. I'm just going to lower the intensity. I think that's good. All white there. And then here we're gonna set this one to a material like brushed aluminum, but a gray one. So we're going to darken it a bit to showcase that. And then here we need to make this one glow, so we're gonna use neon, and there we go. So all of them are nicely placed there. I'm gonna check the material that we have here. I'm gonna lower the intensity of metallicness. And then here, I'm gonna do the same thing. Aluminum. And then in terms of the wood material, let's set it up with a veneer. And then rotate it. And then you can scale it a bit. And I'm just gonna double check the way it looks. So far, so good. I'm gonna go to the ambient and then render. I want to make sure that lumen and then path tracer goes to low first, so that we could check it first. Environment, lower the intensity. I just want to rotate this. I think this one is good in terms of the look of the sky. And then of course we need to set up the material for the ground here. I want ground man-made. Let's Let's give this one right there, scale it up. Change this one to that one. And then here, change the scale to make it realistic. And then the ashfall right here. Okay, looking good. I'm just gonna maintain the all white facade of the building and little to none wood materials and the gray one for that. Then we could have a few like this. Let's add in, let's just finish this one first. I think I'm gonna do a cobblestone right here, scale it a bit. And then I'm gonna go to my user library. Go with office building. I'm gonna use this for now. So some of my models are not showing properly, but that's fine, I can deal with that. Yeah, we could add in one more right here on the side. And one more at the back. I think just for background, that looks nice for background purpose. Then we're gonna add in some trees, and then of course the lights. So let's double check, at least we have this one ready. We could add in some vehicles. So we could download it for now. And then in the next video, we're gonna populate all of this with lights, trees, and then cars. And then here, if we go to my user library, I know I have some cars here. So I want to add in a car. I want to add this car. Some of them are in a different scale, or a bigger scale. So here I'm just adding it now, and then we could lower this one. That looks good right there. And then let's add in some water here. Go to the library and go to water, and then pull water right there. And then we could select this one, make sure metallicness, and then we could lower this a bit down because it's over like that. So it's just getting really nice right here. And then we could select this specialty equipment lights, and then we could lower the intensity. Because it's going too much. And then we could also check this one. I want to change it to an orange. Glow right there. And then in the next video, we're gonna continue working on this. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.